Here with a demo of Automates GSC in Seeds, how you can actually use and get your reports done or analysis done so quickly. There are two ways you can actually install this. Go to Otomates.io and you can go to the GSC in Seeds. There is another add-on that's coming. Uh, Install GSC in Seeds, so you can actually click here and it will redirect you to the workspace of a Google. You can click here and install it. The other one is you can actually go to your Google Sheets, get add-ons, search Automates, and you will actually get the add-on. Now you can actually install this one. Now here you have to make sure of two things. One is that this add-on, wherever you are installing, right, so it has to be your default account, otherwise it will not get it will throw on another error. So either make your account a default where your GSC search console access is, right, or you can actually go to the incognito tab and log in there using your account. So this will resolve that issue. Now this is my default account where my search console data is, so I'm gonna click it, sign in, give the permissions, and done. Now you don't have to do anything, it will just install the add-on into your Google Sheets. Click done, everything's okay. Now you can click here and you will see there is a new thing, open Automates GSC in Sheets, and you can open it, right. Now open it. I will just quickly go through what exactly it is. It will fetch your data and everything. Now whatever the account here is, it will fetch the data of search console of this account, right. So you can see like I have a 3 or 4 websites access. I can click on one of them. Now there is a date range, so there is a 6 steps or a 5 steps. Select site, select a date range of the data you want, data options, how you wanted your data, do you want any filters or not, where do you actually want your output, either it is active sheet or another's. So I'll quickly go through this one because it's a simple. The active sheets gets you data on the active sheets. If you click on a new sheet, it will ask the name, or it will, if you don't give a name, it will just auto generate something. And if you have existing sheets, like if you have 5 or 6 sheets, it will actually get you 5 or 6 sheets and you can select and it will paste the data there, right. So let's go. I'll just go and you can just click hit on the get data and you will get all the data. Now for the simple one is like I'm just pulling the search console data for the last 30 days. There's no limit, I'm not putting anything, I'm just getting the data, right. That's simple. Select the site, get the date range, and you will get the data for your page plus clicks plus impressions and everything. The another one thing you can do for this one is like you can get the data and group by, right. So basically you can get a page where your page is ranking that query and clicks, impressions and everything, right. So I'm gonna click the query, and if you want your data to be formatted like I need a first query, then I need a page, you can drag and drop in that way, like I need first page then query, or I need first page then country then query, and you can actually get all this data, right. So I actually need which of my page are ranking on which query and how much traffic they are bringing in, right. And this data it is hard to get in the search console only. For all the pages you can get one page reporting like this, but it's very hard to get page plus query, and you have to use the Looker Studio and all those things. So this will make a lot of things simpler. You can actually use the filters also. So I'm gonna just explain the filter section. You can actually filter all the things like page, query, country and device, right. So your page must contains this, or your query must contains your brand keyword or something like that, or should not contain, plus country, your only bring the data from the USA or India or a UK or something like that. And if you want only data to bring from the mobile tablet or a desktop version, you can all set here, and you can actually add multiple filters, right. So you want only data from mobile, you want only data from USA and all kind of things. So let's say I want only data for all the pages that contains guides, right. you might have a blogs, you might have product pages and all those things. So I want only data for the guides, and it should bring me a page plus query, and I want only 100 rows, right? And then I'm just gonna click hit on an active sheet, and it will get me a data here. See, so you can actually see the page plus query plus how many clicks and impressions they are getting for the time being, right? Whatever the date range you have selected. Now let's go and do the another thing. What I actually need, this is I think a most wholesome feature that everyone's gonna love it. Let's say I want a monthly report from January to May, right? And this is a pain to create because you have to actually export each month's report, and we look up and format it as well, and that's a lot of hassle. Now you just have to select date range, click on the enable reporting mode. The enable reporting mode will let you use either daily, weekly, or a monthly reporting, right? So you can actually choose monthly if you want a monthly data, if you want weekly data, or a daily data, right? So in a monthly data, what it will do, like it will bring like a January data, then February data, March data, April data, and May data. In a weekly one, it will calculate based on a 52 weeks calendar, right? So your Monday to Sunday, I think, uh, will get created by a weekly reports. It's ISO 52 week calendar based on that, and daily is like just 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, like that. And there is enable heat map. So if you enable this, what happens, like we have selected a monthly report. So what was the performance of your pages from January to February, February to March, March to April, April to May, right? And it will actually indicate green and red based on if they are improved or not. And let's say I want only a data for a pages, I want only 100 datas. Let's say I don't want to remove, and I am actually using the future new sheet, and let's say 5 months report. Now click on hit on the get data, and whoo, now you got the data for your pages from January to May, and it is actually indicating your page is declining or your page is improving based on whatever is happening, right? Yeah, this page is being improved. Basically now you can actually analyze like which page has been improving over the months or over the weeks. And you can see the new sheet has been already created and all those kinds of stuff. Yeah, we have covered the reporting mode, we have covered the page group by, we have covered the row limits. Maximum row limits are thousands, but if you need a more, contact support or email me at the rate support.automates.io, and I'll get it work around, right? The another thing is, I think we already discussed the filters. The last thing there is enable URL inspection data, right? So this, if you click this, the reporting mode will not work. Yeah, reporting mode will not work. So you can either use reporting mode, or you can either use URL inspection data, right? Now what URL inspection data is doing is it brings the inspection of your URL data from Search Console, right? So when you go and inspect your URL in Search Console, and you do it manually for each URL, right? So it will show you like what is the Google canonical URL, what is the user selected canonical URL, is your URL is indexed in a Google or not, when was the last your URL was scrolled, right? So all kind of that data will get fetched for your pages, right? So let's say I am fetching this data, enable URL inspection mode, and I'm gonna create a new sheet, GSC INS. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I actually like this feature is, for now you can maximum get data of 50 URLs, and it will actually take a long time, but we can get up to 2000 URLs data. I need to build that module and make it a faster so it doesn't take a time. Like you will see, like even if I just enable a 10, it will take some time, and 50 it will take more time, so I'm not doing it. But you can click here, get data, and you can work something else and come back and you can actually inspect your data. But basically this can be improved, like people are actually using it. I'm gonna improve this section, enable URL inspection, and the limit will be, maximum limit you can actually get is 2000 URLs, right? And it's showing here. I'm gonna fix this. It should show at the bottom of this like how many URLs has been processed. See, you can see like it's taking longer than a usual to fetch this kind of a data, but it's worth it. Like you will know like which pages has been not crawled recently, so you can get it crawled or you can get them refreshed or updated with new content. So search engines show that you have a new refreshed content. I covered everything, I think. And then the search console data, all time if you select, it will be a max data for any queries. Like I have already added some of the tooltips here, and if anything still questions you or have a query, send me a report or send me an email on a support, or you can just click on here, I think, support, and there will be a form, and you can actually ask for a support, like what issues you are experiencing or what's exactly happening or what kind of a need do you need. Yeah, I was here now. Now you can see all the URLs are in the Google. From all the 10 URLs, they have been submitted and indexed when they were last crawled based on the time. What is the Google canonical plus user canonical? So you can actually check like if your URLs has been allowed by you or not, and there is a from where it is crawled or what are the status, and if robot.txt has allowed or not, and all these kinds of data, right? So this is basically all and all things. Now how you should actually use it to get the maximum out of it, I will create one content decay report, or one content decay, how you can actually create a content decay report to actually know where you should be working on your SEO, right? So that's coming next. Stay tuned for that. Thank you. And if you have any questions, fill out that form or email me directly on support@automates.io. Thank you.